Welcome to Season 1, Episode 1 of Roo Career Radio. This is the podcast hosted by Career Services at UMKC, where we talk about all things career. I'm Tess Surprenant.
And I'm Alison Murdock.
And we are your hosts for Roo Career Radio. Here on Roo Career Radio, we'll be bringing you all sorts of interesting information and perspectives on the world of work. In upcoming episodes, we'll have experts talking about a variety of roles and a variety of industries. We'll have interesting alums talking about their careers. We'll bring in some current students to talk about their internships. We'll have some representatives from some of our primary resources talking about how to get the most out of resources such as Handshake and Jobscan.com, The Vault, and others. And who knows what else we'll have. I'm really excited to get started. And today we're going to talk about services and COVID-19. You know how on the first day of class each semester, the instructor spends an entire class period going over the syllabus? Not the most exciting, but there's some really good nuggets of information in there. Kind of feel like maybe this initial episode is going to be a little bit like syllabus day. So we're going to cover some really good information, some basics, but I'm not sure all of it's exciting today. I shouldn't say that though. Maybe it will be. So really, career services at UMKC. What does it look like? So we actually have 3 offices for career services here at UMKC. We have our primary office, UMKC Career Services, located normally in the 2nd floor of Atterbury Student Success Center. And this office serves the bulk of the students and alumni at UMKC. We have a second office located in the Block Executive Hall. It's called the Block Career Center, and it serves the undergraduate and graduate students and alumni in the Block School of Management. There is a third career center called the Law School Career and Professional Development Center, which services the law students. Probably figured that out. So all of our normal operations, we're open from 8 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. And of course, we're always open additional hours upon request. But to get more of a sense of available appointment times and office virtual walk-in hours, the best place to go for that is the Handshake platform, which can be found at umkc.joinhandshake.com. And again, that's umkc.joinhandshake.com. And we've got some upcoming events that we want to make you aware of. First of all, we are doing virtual walk-in hours, and the best place again to find those hours posted would be within the Handshake system, and look under the events tab and you'll see the virtual walk-in hours for the different offices. The Block Career Center has some upcoming workshops, and again, they're in Handshake. This is going to be a recurring theme. Also under events, there's one on negotiation coming up, intro to resumes and intro to interviewing, all within the next week or so. And then on May 7th, the UMKC Career Services Office is partnering with the Women's Center and the AAUW, which is the American Association of University Women, on a Don't Leave Money on the Table negotiation workshop. Now, I'm going to turn things over to my colleague here to talk about some of the services offered, because she knows a lot more about these things. Take it away, Alison.
Thanks, Tess. I can't say maybe I know much more than you do.
Oh, come on.
But I know enough to talk about it. So yeah, we'll just kind of roll right in. So one of my favorite services we offer are one-on-one individualized coaching sessions. So We offer a variety of appointments for those sessions. You can make those appointments on Handshake. Handshake is the best place in the world, but you can make those appointments on Handshake. So I'll just list off real quick these appointment types. I'll try not to be too boring with it, but fairly concise. So we can help you choose a career path or a major. We can review resume, CV, cover letters, and honestly, not just review them, but even help you get started. If you don't even have a resume and CV, cover letter, we're no judgment zone. We want to make sure that you have the resources to get that rolling. And we also have job and internship search appointments as well. So we can kind of talk through maybe a job career path type conversation, and then roll into some of the resources and what could really help you with that search. We also have mock interviews, interview prep appointments. So like it sounds, we help kind of prep you for those big interviews, or even just if you want to brush up on some of your skills, we can make sure that you are ready. And then lastly, we have graduate application materials assistance. So the personal statements, the research statements, all of that, finding references, just everything that is involved in applying for graduate and professional schools, we can help you with that. And then lastly, the one thing, before I mention the next thing, I want to make a note that if you have a question or if you have a topic and you can't find an appointment type that really fits it, most of our appointment types pretty much fit all of the topics we typically hear. But if you can't find one, go ahead and pick the closest one to it, and then you can write in the little description box your specific questions that you want to ask, or the specific topic that might be a bit different than what you've scheduled for. Okay, and then
jump into the next one, Alison. I also want to say, sometimes students think that the time to come in and talk to somebody in career services is maybe when they're a senior, maybe when they're a junior, but all of these appointment types, everything's available to freshmen and sophomores, as well as juniors and seniors and graduate students, and it's never too early.
Oh yeah, never too early. Best time to honestly start coming in. Once you get settled that second semester of your freshman year, start getting your resume reviewed. I know you all probably have one from high school. So make sure that you get your resume reviewed. Definitely your second semester of your freshman year, because there are things that will change after that first semester. And you want to make sure that you have an updated resume for all the things to come throughout your college career and moving forward. Yeah. Okay. So next, really the last service I want to highlight right now is the fact that we offer various presentations to not just classrooms. So you'll see us a lot around campus, probably see us in some of your classes. But we also offer the same, if not similar, presentations to student organizations. So you guys can just request a presentation, shoot us an email, and we can come in and present on a variety of topics, anywhere from professional wear to interviewing to resume, CVs, all of those things. So definitely take use of that, because I think that that's going to be a really awesome part of professional development within student organizations. And then I guess lastly, I just want to highlight Handshake before we move on. So Handshake, you've heard us say that probably 10 times by now, maybe.
And it won't be the last time we talk about it either.
No, you'll probably hear us say it over 100 times in this podcast. But it's our career platform. It's basically how we communicate with you all, and it's how we suggest that employers communicate with you all. So we also, obviously, I said that that's how you can schedule appointments with us, through Handshake. That's also where you can search thousands and thousands of jobs and professional internship opportunities. We've worked really, really hard, really our employer relations managers worked really, really hard to make sure that all of the positions that are on Handshake are professional and are going to be beneficial to each student, alum, whatnot. So there's over 300,000 employers on Handshake, and they're posting daily. They've probably slowed down now, but they used to post a lot all the time. And so that's going to be really useful. You can go on there and search by city because it's a national, international type postings. You can search by industry, type of position. So really you can filter it down to what you're really looking for. And then lastly, on Handshake, you can access all of the free resources that we offer. So we just added our YouTube channel. Woot woot. And then we also added the COVID-19 updates, some additional information for you all. And I'm going to mention my two favorite resources that we have on there, which is Big Interview and Job Scan. So you will hear us talk a little bit more in depth about that in later podcasts. But brief bits of information. Job Scan is really awesome for simulating applicant tracking systems, which a lot of companies use, and it's a growing number. It's becoming the norm. So this is a really, really good resource that's provided for you all. And then Big Interview is fairly what it sounds like. It's a online platform that you can record yourself answering questions and then analyze it, and it can really help you practice and just nail those interview questions that you'll probably get. But yeah, those are all of our services. I've probably talked everyone's ear off. Hopefully nobody fell asleep during our syllabus week.
Well, I think those sort of things are fascinating. So, one of the more interesting things that we do have to talk about is COVID-19 and how that has really impacted university life, as well as career services and internship searches and full-time professional job searches too. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about COVID-19 and tips and suggestions and services to get you through it. Okay, so we're back. This is Tess Surprenant and Murdock talking to you from Career Services at UMKC, and we're going to talk about COVID-19 and how that has really changed things for all of us. So, in terms of what's going on with the university, I think everybody, all of our students and of course faculty and staff know that the online classes has been pushed out not just to the end of the semester, but through the first half of the summer session. So this means now we're all working remotely. All of our offices, all of career services, but all student services, everything is open and available to students. And we're really running on the same schedule, maybe even longer hours in terms of availability. And I know this is a stressful time. Everything's changed. Is for students who never thought that they'd be taking online classes or taking 100% online classes. This is a different way to learn. And I know it's stressful, but you are never alone. So we've got all sorts of programs and services in place to assist you. And I really just cannot stress this enough, that if you're struggling with, adapting your studying style, if you're struggling and just feeling stressed, if whatever, I don't care. there's a service to help you through that. And if you can't find the service, contact me. My email is surprenant@UMKC. I might not be the right person, but I'll help you find the right person. And really everybody at UMKC has that same attitude. We might not be the right person, but we'll help you find the right person. So don't feel you have to struggle on your own. We are here to help. So what does this mean for career services? We've been hearing from a lot of students saying, I'm panicked that I haven't gotten an internship yet, and now I don't know if there's going to be any available, or students who have said, I have an internship and the company's reneged on it, or I'm worried that they might back out of it. So there's a lot of uncertainty out there. And what I'm here to say is there's still, most companies are honoring their internship offers that they've already extended, and they are scrambling right now to figure out how they'll make that a good experience if that internship has to start as a virtual internship or even be the full internship virtually. But for most people who have already received their internship news, the companies are honoring that. Now, it's true, there are fewer internship opportunities being posted, but there are still some. Alison had mentioned previously that we have staff people who are out talking to companies, and we're learning every day about what internships are available, what companies are still hiring. We still have postings coming in every day for our organizations looking for internships. So don't panic. You might have to perhaps broaden your what you're willing to consider for an internship. But there are opportunities out there. And even if you can't find that internship, we can help you work out a plan for something that's really meaningful, that's going to look great on a resume, that's going to help you get that full-time career position that you want. So come in and talk to us. Set up an appointment and we can work through it. Our hours are the same. Our sort of open hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And you can find us and schedule an appointment through Handshake, because everything's in Handshake. But if you need something outside of those hours, if you're working yourself during those hours, we're always available. Just let us know if you can't make standard hours, and we're always willing to make an exception and meet with you a little earlier or a little later. All of our services really are available just in a virtual format, one-on-one appointments, workshops. We've been converting a lot of things to video, which, as Alison had mentioned, we have this really cool YouTube channel now, which you can access through Handshake under resources.
Resources.
Thank you, Alice.
You're welcome.
And every week we're adding more content to that. So if you can't make it to a one-on-one appointment or a virtual workshop, you can still get a lot of the same information on the YouTube channel. And really, I think everything is being offered, except maybe our professional wardrobe program is the one thing that we can't offer virtually. And if you're not familiar with that, that's sort of a store of gently used professional attire that students can select from at no cost. But that's a really tough thing to do virtually. So that's the one thing that we're going to suspend for right now, but we'll open that up as soon as we get back on campus. The other thing that we're doing a little bit more of here in a COVID-19 world is we're trying to push more opportunities out to students. So you will probably be seeing more emails from us that might come through the Handshake system. So if you see something coming from Handshake, that's a good one to open up. We'll be sending out internship and job information as it comes in. So if a company says that they're looking for psych majors, then we'll probably send out that posting to all psych majors just to make sure that you have a chance to take a look at it.
Yeah, and one more thing I want to add to that. When you receive handshake emails, they look like spam. They are not spam. They are us. We're trying to communicate to you. So yeah, make sure that you're opening those emails. Don't just delete them right away or move it to your spam folder. And then on top of that, sometimes depending on if you're opening the email on your phone or on your laptop, you can't see the images. And a lot of the times the images are flyers for events or valuable information that we just didn't put in the body of the email. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows to at least download the image if it doesn't show up, because that's going to be an important part of the emails usually.
Excellent. So, Alison, do you have anything to add for COVID-19 services? And
not much, other than I like to reiterate that, again, we are still here. We are still working normal hours just from home. I just get to work next to my dog all day long. So different environment, different sets of people, but I'm still offering the same services, and I still want to make sure that we're supporting every single student and alum on campus, off campus. Has to be off campus now. But yeah, I just want to make sure that you all, again, know that we're still open for business. We're still open to support everyone. And a really good way to keep up to date with everything, not just by opening your email, is also by social media pages. So making sure that you're following us. Our main social media pages are Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and we actually have a LinkedIn page where we post a lot of job opportunities that I come across, or updates to events, or tips, tricks, all of those things. So make sure you're following us, because that's really where you're going to get a lot of information as well. And lastly, for me, I'm pretty much the person that runs those social media pages. So I really want to hear from you guys. I want you to DM me with any questions, any content, topics that you would like to see from us, not just on social media, but also through our videos on YouTube. We are working really hard to get those out to you guys and make sure that you have a good, comprehensive library to support you through this like crazy time. So send me everything, all the topics, all the information, any questions you have. I want to hear it. You can do that through literally any of our social media pages, and I will see it and I will make sure it gets done.
And I really think that that's a message, our overarching message. Reach out to us. Mm-hmm. Whatever medium, if it's social media, if it's through Handshake, if you want to go to our webpage, if you type in career services at the UMKC website, you'll be directed to one or both offices. Mm-hmm. Reach out to us, ask us questions. We're here for you. And I think that's all we've got for today's episode, but next time we'll be talking to representatives from a couple of our key resources, talking about really sort of all the cool things you can do in Handshake and JobScan, really making the best of those services and resources. And they're really amazing. So hope you'll tune in to that next session, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.